Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's live stream. I just fixed the picture. Running into, there we go. Now, so how is everyone? We'll give a small bit of time before people start arriving. We have a few things to discuss tonight. That's probably just the notifications going on my phone, which it is. So we'll wait for people to start arriving. And we will carry on with the chat. Yeah. Steel Helmet Stan is here anyway. How are you, Stan? Welcome. A little project actually coming up, Stan, that might interest you in relation to a helmet restoration project. My stuff finally has arrived. So we'll talk about what came in the post during the week and what the plan is on to do with it. And I did want to do something else on the live stream, but people have been sort of asking me to do a video on it. But I will see what happens. Patrick, hello, how are you? Long time no see, buddy. I sent you an email during the week to see were you okay, but I haven't checked to see how you're getting on. Nick, good evening to you. How are you? And hello to everyone else out there that isn't chatting or commenting. I'm dry firing my PPSH41 as we speak. Stop dry firing it, because too much dry firing on those can damage it. I know. Excuse me. We were chatting earlier on, and I know you did a few bits to try and lessen the banging. Just for YouTube, there are other soft drink people out there. This is not a sponsored video. So don't get your knickers in a twist. As Pete Neal from Living History UK says, don't have a sense of humour failure. So yeah. So how's everyone doing anyway? How's everyone been keeping during the week? Anything strange, weird and wonderful happening around the place? If you have left comments on my videos, guys, I do apologise. I'm trying to catch up on them. I let it go for a week or two, and Jesus, I forgot how much correspondence I actually do have, so I have to try and catch up on you all. But I will catch up on you all eventually. Hopefully tonight now. I'll give it another crack tonight. Hopefully I get on to a few more people. Andrew, hello. How are you, lads? All good, Andrew. Keeping well. Staying out of trouble. Trying to do our best. And we have a few things to chat to tonight, but we're just going to wait till a few more people arrive and see what happens. Just got a pair of DDR Border Guards jumpers. Yes, I do have a pair of Dave. I don't know if he's in, Dave, if he's around somewhere. He kindly sent me a straight leg pair of the walking out pants that the officers wear, which I might actually do a video on one of the days, because the original pants that I had from my DDR officer had those jumpers, but they were infantry jumpers, and I don't know if there's a difference. Is there a difference? Is the piping on them white or green? I think that might be a difference. Doing anything from the Falklands? 1 second, I'll just catch up on the questions. House move last Friday, but now have a war room office. Very good, Nick. Well done. Congratulations. They're very worthwhile when you do have them. Steel Helmet Stan. Hello, Andrew. Andrew, hello, Stan. Doing anything for the Falklands? Yes, I am. I have him started. He's just here behind me. This lad is going to be done for the Falklands. I was just getting the kit together. What I am going to do is, hopefully, I'm going to try and get out and film it on a bad day. Here in Ireland, strangely enough, the weather's been actually good. So I want to do a video like I did with the Irish soldier on the border or the Australian in Vietnam. That style of video I want to do with him, or this equipment. I'm just waiting for a fucking non-sunny day to do it. But yes, Patrick, I will be doing something on the Falklands, and I probably will be doing it actually up around your neck of the woods. If you want to, I'll give you an email and we can maybe hook up, and you might be able to help me with some of the stuff if you're up for that. Gaby, hello, how are you? Welcome, Gaby. Are you the gentleman that I know that reconditions helmets? Because if you are, let me know, because a few of the guys that are there need certain helmets reconditioned. How is the new PPSH? That's towards Stan. And Kenny is in. Can please people not try and kill Kenny? So yeah. Yes, that's me. So lads, see Gaby there? I'll give you a shout out. Gaby is a buddy of mine. He reconditions Cromwell helmets. And I think he sells Cromwell helmets as well. I think he's got a few Cromwell helmets. But he reconditions Cromwell helmets and sells them. He also reconditions and sells Mark IV helmets with the public order stuff on them as well. So if you need one, get on to him. And he's a very, 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 very knowledgeable guy in relation to Op Banner. Him and another guy that I don't have permission to mention his name, but the two boys are on Instagram as well. I'm not sure what your handle is on Instagram, but go check him out. And if you have, Gaby, if you just put up your Instagram thing there, and if any of the lads are interested, they can take it down and they can message you. Or if you want, you can email me, guys, and I'll give you his information. But he, as I said, he reconditions helmets. He reconditions and sells the Cromwell helmets, Mark IVs, and Mark IVs. He possibly will also be making steel riot shields, so just keep in touch for that one. Hi, lovely weather at the moment. First time I want the Centra in a t-shirt for a chicken roll. Yeah, it's crazy. Need one soon, like love the IDF kit. And how's yours? Don't get involved in any shit wars. I will be doing. People have been asking me, because I do actually have, believe it or not, I have every single beret, bar the medical one, that the IDF use. So people have been asking me to do some more videos on IDF stuff. So I will be doing some more IDF berets at the moment. So stay tuned for that, guys. Andrew Johnson, it's good. I reckon around £200 with sling and postage. It's good for displaying against 500 plus, 550 plus for a DX. Couple of teething troubles, which is common with Denix. Yes, apparently. Yes. Denix are fine copies, but that's what they are. They are copies. They're not DX or anything like that. So you do have to have a bit of care with them, and with a small bit of touching up and a small bit of lacquer and bits and bobs and stuff like that. You can make them look realistic. Actually, speaking of people, Andrew, wherever he is there, Andrew Johnson, he has a video on his channel about a BAP, Browning automatic pistol, that he reconditioned and changed to look more authentic, look more real. Some airsoft rifles can be cheaper. Yes, they can. In Ireland, because of laws and gun laws and stuff like that, it is sometimes easier even to get a good airsoft replica than a DIAC. I only have one true DIAC. Everything else is nearly airsoft or Denix. The only true airsoft item in my collection I have is my Bren gun. Everything else is either Denix or airsoft. Spartan base, this is Spartan 01. We have DDR beers in contact. I am Spartacus, and so is my ex-wife. Hello, Jim. How are you? Jim is having fun anyway. What the hell was that to Richard Branson? One, it's worse. It's It's the king of DDR. It's Jim Timber. Welcome, Jim. I'm glad to see you're doing well and you're back to normality. Um, but yeah, no problem. No, I am Spartacus. I am. No, this is Sparta when he kicks him down the hole, isn't it? Right, so we'll talk about a few items that have come in during the week. Item one will be. I'll take it out of the folder. This came from SOF. Do you know where you can get IDF smocks? They're hen's teeth here. Where's here? LD. Is it in Ireland? Are you in Ireland or are you in the UK? Let me know. Right. So don't worry about the change. That's actually original change, real change. I had that. I showed a video on that. By IDF, do you mean Irish? No, project. We mean Israeli. Israeli is. You mean yeah? Do you mean IDF as in Irish Defence Forces or Israeli Defence Forces? Because that can be a bit confusing. He's not Sparta. He was Liverpool, mate. So are you looking for Irish Defence Forces or Israeli Defence Forces? It's up. It makes it easier to find out. So we have Bank of England. We have a £5 note, and we have a £10 note. Right now, Irish stuff technically is illegal to be sold, but it can be sold outside of Ireland. So the way around it is, you will see guys selling it on eBay UK or eBay.com. So type in Irish Army or Irish Defence Forces. That's your best chance that you will finding Irish kit. As I said, technically in Ireland it is illegal to sell it. It is unless you're an ex-soldier or a serving soldier, it is illegal to possess it as well. But there are guys do get around it by selling it outside the state. Right, so back to Connie. I hope that LD. I hope that answers your question. I thought we were talking about the IDF, the Israeli Defence Forces. But yeah, so there, that's currency that needs to be. I need to change it up, or not change it up, but what's the word I'm looking for? Weather it. So we have £1. I have a few of them. I have 4 of them, I think. Now my buddy did tell me, depending on the quality and depending on the print, he said, is you can just spray or even get a small little paintbrush and paint coffee or tea on them, and they should weather, scrunch them up, things like that. He said you'll get weather out of them. And then we have a few 10 shilling notes as well, so that's what they look like. So this is for my World War II kit, and I just thought it was nice to have as pocket fillers in a guy's tunic or something like that. Now it is a lot of money. They wouldn't be carrying this much money. But I suppose monthly payday or something like that, or if they came home on leave, they might have this much money. But it is just something that you can put into like a wallet of the time for people to see and stuff like that. So I got that. So if any of you have any ideas how for me to weather this or age this, drop a comment. We'll catch up on some of the questions. Steel helmet stand. Broadsworth to Danny Boy. Name that film. Broadsworth to Danny Boy. This rings a bell, but I can't remember it actually. He now owns real money, unlike those Irish euros. Check! Irish euros is nearly going to be worth a lot more than some currencies that are out there now at the minute, or Irish currencies, euros. Soundmate, nice one, no problem. Yeah, that's the best information I suppose I can give you. Jim Timber 2, easy, Sir Jim. One of my favourites. What is it? Kenny Rebel. Bogus, Dogus, Hocus Pocus, I don't know. What with the old stuff, your only bet is combat carboat sales, unfortunately, or if you get good books with the oldies. Yeah, the old Irish uniforms are absolutely nuts now in price. I seen a set of the old greens that I when I first went into the army actually. With combats we had combat combat dress, which was what I was wearing when I did that video. They're up in a couple of €100 now. You think your man was looking for €200 for them, jacket and pants. So yeah, they were expensive. Mauve light purple 10 shilling notes are cheap. Are those repos real ones? Aren't expensive. Neither are old pennies. I have loads. Yeah, they're repos. Pennies are real. These are real. I got them in the car boot sale, but you can't get these here because this is Bank of England. We didn't actually have it's Bank of England. We didn't have Bank of England here, and the old Irish pounds, even at that time, are completely different to what the English ones look like. We had at that time we still had shillings, pence, and all that type of stuff, but the £1 note was a big green thing, nearly the size of one of the white ones. So that was the only way I could get the currency, because I wasn't sure actually the law, because there's funny laws about importing things like that into Ireland. Excuse me. But yeah, they are repos. That's the only way I could get them, Stan. I've got an old style wallet with those notes, also filled it with train tickets, subs, and stamps and books. That's my idea. That was my idea. To just have something more authentic, maybe like a little leave pass, something like that in his little wallet, and an old photo or something of the missus or something like that. Just for people that you can lay out at an exhibit and say, look, this is what the lads would have carried and stuff like that. This is what the change looked like. So yeah, so that's how I got that. I do need to pick up a wallet. Wherever I'm going to get one. eBay, I'd say. Good old eBay. Where Eagles There. That was it. Where Eagles There. Yeah, good film actually. Awesome film. Did you ever take Northern Ireland notes? Did you ever take Northern Ireland notes or Scottish notes in England? Always giving me a laugh. Yeah, that's for some strange reason. I travel up and down a lot to the north, and I had Northern Ireland sterling, and I went to Wales one time for, was it a rugby match? It could have been a rugby match actually, because I think the proper real only rugby team were playing at the time, Munster. So I went over to watch a rugby match in Cardiff, and I had Northern Ireland sterling with me, and me to try and get them to take it was nuts. And I'm like going, it's legal currency in your country. Why won't you take it? It's the UK. It's UK currency. Why won't you take it? I eventually got a little woman in a corner shop to take it. My God, it was bloody tough. I try spending for banknotes in London. Good luck to you. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, it's the same currency. It's like if it's issued in England, it's taken in the north. I don't see why, if stuff is, I don't know. It's just me. It's just one of those crazy things. Apparently, the Ju-52 from the film is still flying until recently. It crashed a few years ago, and I think everyone was killed. Oh my God. Unsure one for Google, but it's definitely crashed and people died. Okay. I used to have Scottish notes and I had rejected by the English. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like that happened to, that definitely happened to me in Cardiff. I had Northern Ireland sterling, and I thought it'd be fine. It's part of the UK, but obviously the Welsh didn't like it. So yeah. So I had to go. I can remember I had to go to a bank, which was even stranger. I had to go to a bank. I think it was Barclays or Halifax or one of these banks. I went to a bank to change, and it was basically a swap. I gave her Northern Ireland notes, and she gave me back Welsh. I don't know, is it Welsh or English sterling? Same thing. It was literally, there's £10, and she gave me back £10. It wasn't like, there was no exchange rate. There was no nothing. It was literally, I have these Northern Ireland notes and nobody seems to take them. And I was like going to exchange them with them. And she goes, oh, no, give them here to me. And I give them to her. And it was like, so I had probably £150 in sterling, and she just literally gave me back 150 sterling in Welsh or English or whatever it was. Use Jersey pound notes in 2005. It has every country, like have the Falklands. Are the Falklands in pounds? I presume the Falklands are in pounds. So I mean, like, have the Falklands got their own pounds? Have Gibraltar got their own pounds? And Jersey and Guernsey and all them, have they got their own pounds as well? The Isle of Man, has that its own pound? Yeah, the Balwick spelling of Jersey coins are identical but worthless. Can anyone answer that question to me? Channel Islands have their own currency. So the Channel Islands currency, because it's part of the UK, is that accepted anywhere else except for the Channel Islands? Is it a bit like the Northern Ireland pound, that it's only accepted in Northern Ireland? And then this is another strange thing, especially with the North. If you have, we'll say Ulster Bank has their own money. Halifax has their own money. What other bank is there? If Bank of England has Bank of England pound note, but Northern Ireland pound note, if you get me. Everyone has their own different bloody note. Any chance you have an email would like to show you my Irish display? I do. It's at the end of most of my videos, or in the little video description on my videos, you will see an email. It's World War II something or other. Padraig, if you're there, my personal assistant, can you put up a link there first? Yeah, on the video description of all my videos, there is this little email. You can email me on that. I was always finding the Gibraltar pound coins in my change for some reason. Oh, so they do accept. So Gibraltar does have pounds. But we'll say, okay, so the coins are accepted, but are the pound, the actual notes, are the notes accepted? While you're fiddling and typing, we will talk about some other little bits and bobs that arrived for the I got 2 World War II bits to just finalise the collection. Well, not worthless in their own beautiful island, but hard to swap in England for new money. Oh, okay. I got a little mirror, shaving mirror, because I was thinking to myself, no, I think it's aluminium or something that they've just shined up. Because I was thinking to myself when I was in the army, what did I carry that was very, very handy? Now, because of what I did in the army, we used to get away with not shaving when we were on exercise. There's one for you. Might give you a little hint what I used to do. So we didn't carry one of these. But when I was in recruit training and stuff like that, I had the inside of a Fisherman's Friends tin polished, and I used to shave off that, and I keep my little. We get a big razor, and we cut the handle off it, so you'd have like a little tiny little bit, and you'd have a small little bit of shaving soap, and you'd use your tin to lather up with a little with a wobbler that you would carry in the tin also, and you'd use that, and you'd put on your shaving foam, and then you'd use your tiny little big razor to fucking tear your. So that's what we used to do. So I was thinking a mirror would be handy for my little kid. No, there's a lot of questions up there. Where have we gone? Channel Islands Crown Dependency, great museums and airfields from the German occupation when I visited. They're a lovely place. Okay. Shanahan, there's Padraig. Thank you very much, Padraig. Shanahan Militaria 1945 at outlook.com. Your pouches are looking a tad saggy, John. They might need a blue pill. These ones, I need to pack them out with something. I don't know what I'm putting them. Oh, socks or something, sure. We'll pack them out. Him anyway to try and see what I needed or what I for the actual for the Falklands equipment. Out of interest, any spam emails recently? Have I had any spam emails recently? I've won the lot of Nigeria a few times. If that's what you're asking, Padraig. I put small blocks of wood in mine. Oh, in the weapon, yeah. I need to put some. I pack them up with something or other. When I was in the cadets, I carried a handy £10 note that worked well when I jumped off to McDonald's. We did one time. We did a survival. Thinks he's fierce fancy with Outlook, unlike Gmail. Only spam emails offer certain sites has been on. No, actually, it's business email. That's working email. That's clean email. Um, I was going to say, I totally lost my train of thought, Jake. Oh yeah, we used to do escape and evasion exercises, and there were some mental ones where they would literally get chucked into the back of a box van, and we could be driven to the mountains in Mayo, and we were told, right, get yourselves back to Cork Monday. This could be Friday. Get yourselves back to Cork on Monday, and you'd have DSs and stuff out looking for you, and we weren't allowed Tom. We weren't allowed talk to the locals or whatever. And we used to everything used to happen. Lads used to we get sent out with literally nothing. You might have a tracksuit on, or you have a pair of jeans, a pair of runners, and a civilian top, or you'd be trucked out in uniform. It didn't matter, but you'd be searched, literally searched, absolutely down to your cacks, and they'd look for money. They'd look for anything that could help you. Lads used to be up to everything. They'd be sewing money into their seams. I remember one guy swallowing a £50 note, or £50. Sorry, £25. Swallowed it. I don't know how he did it, but he swallowed it anyway and was going through his pee for a poo for about 2 days. And by the time the exercise was over, he hadn't passed it. Mental stuff like that. But I can remember there was bikes robbed. There was one fella knew a girl. Of course, if you're not cheating, you're not trying either. But one fella knew a girl, and she picked him up, and he literally stayed at her place for the weekend, and DS couldn't find him, didn't have a clue where he was. They were nearly sending out search parties for him because he was checked up with this one for the weekend, and she drove him literally 5 miles outside the barracks where we had to end up, and he just for the last 5 miles just walked. If they catch me, they catch me. If they don't, they don't. Mentalness. We used to do on those exercises. I was hiding in someone's shed one day. I think it was the first night. I was hiding in someone's shed, and they came out to get turf or coal or God only knows what out of their shed, and I got beamed. So I was plumosing them, don't tell anyone that I'm here, make it whatever. And man, it actually turned out that the guy that I had was in his shed. His brother, was it his brother? Yeah, his brother had been in the army. So he was he brought me out food and sandwiches and stuff, and he was going, stay there as long as you need to and just hide. Which I did. And then he worked for CIE and wasn't exactly breaking the rules because I didn't pay for it and I wasn't cheating. So he said, go down to the bus station on Sunday morning or whatever it was and tell him that you lost your bus ticket, but you remember the code. The code was blah, 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 whatever, and that'll be fine. So that's what I did. I went down and told the bus driver, look, sorry, I lost my bus ticket. I was on the batter for the weekend. I have to go back to Cork or wherever my base was at the time. I remembered the code. The code was blah, 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 blah. And he said, oh, okay, yeah, that's not hassle. You need to sit in the bus. And that's how I got back to where I was supposed to get back to. Yeah, crazy stuff. We used to do absolutely crazy things on those type of exercises. They were funny, though. Where have we gone? I think, oh, yeah. I'm going to go do a live tomorrow, John. Would you be free to join me? Depends what time, mate. I am occupied from 12 till late at night, and I'm the same on Sunday. But Monday or Tuesday or something like that, I should be free. Hello from Latvia. Hello, Latvia. Hello, how are you? I hope you were hiding in a girl's shed. It was just a shed. It was a shed that I found that was open, and I bailed into the back window of it. And I was just making myself comfortable. No light, no nothing. I'll never forget it. No light, no comfortable. They must have heard me because I was making some unbelievable racket trying to figure out a way to hide inside, and he just opened the door, and I was like, "Sorry, I'm not doing anything." But yeah, sorry, can I stay in your shed for a while? And the father, it was a young kid actually, because I remember frightening him. He was about 10 or 11, and he bolted for the back door. Next to father comes out, and I was going, I'm going to get a shotgun here now or something. And I just held my hands up and explained the story. Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten the child or whatever. He found out anyway, and I think he rang. I think he went inside and rang his brother because he didn't believe the story. And he rang his brother, and his brother told him, yeah, that's probably what he's doing. So yeah, so that's how I got away with it. Have you got Kez 57 camo? No, when you say it's not ringing a bell, I don't know what Kez 57 a camo is. I'm sorry, I have lots and lots of different camos, but that is not ringing a bell. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that's my escape and evasion story of hiding in people's sheds. Kez 57? Still don't know what Kez 57 is. Yeah, so yeah, Jack, sorry, get back to your question. Yeah, tomorrow and Sunday are looking dodgy for me because I'm back to work. Swedish pizza flash? No, I don't have any Swedish stuff. I think it's the P dot Austrian camo. P dot. You mean the black and green one? Was that Austrian or Dutch? I can't remember. I don't anyway. I don't have any Nordic countries. I am hopefully one day will get Swedish camouflage and get the Norwegian camouflage because I do like them. What's the pattern 90 or the M90, and I can't remember. I think that's the Swedish one, and I can't remember what the Finnish one is. Sorry, not the Finnish. The Norwegian one is. I do like those types of camouflage. More brownies with green spikes through them. No, definitely don't know them ones. Right, back to the next item that came in my little package. Ta-da! And before you ask, no, it is not a special helmet for those people that ride in the special buses. It is not one of those. What it actually is a liner for a Brody, First World War Brody helmet. Now, I did order this from an American company. The original one I did order from an American company. But what happened was it was out of stock. So when I ordered it, it didn't say it was out of stock. So it was back ordered, right? And what they meant by back ordered was, oh bugger, I've got my string here after coming out. I have to go retread that. But what they meant by back order was that the item would be, I could order it and it would be sent to me when it came into stock. Fine, no hassle. We'll get over it, right? But it went on for months and months and months and months and months, and I eventually went, nah, do you know something? Give me back my money. Thinking that would be the easier option, but bloody hell was it. So I had to wait another month, 3.5 months before I got my money back. So then I went to SOF and I seen they had some. So I said, right, SOF, can I have this? And they said, yeah, no problem. So they sent it to me. The post, being the post office here at this place in this particular moment in time, I paid the customs, but for some reason, why, I don't know why, and the post office don't know why, it was never delivered, and it was sent back to SOF, right? So the long saga continues. Now, in fairness to SOF, I emailed them, a lovely kind lady, couldn't do enough. She was like, oh yeah, no problem, whatever, we have it here, what would you like to do? And I said, please resend it. And they said, yeah, no problem, but you're going to have to pay for the post. So I said, look, I don't care. I understand because you sent it already and I don't want you out of pocket. And it arrived back. That's through no fault of yours. That's through the fault of the post office. I'll deal with the post office. So because I had paid customs on it twice, I had to. Uh, looks like you're about to get electric chair on the hat. Um, so I paid the customs on it. Long rigmarole anyway. I had to get the customs to reimburse me money because it was sent again. I had to pay the customs again on it the second time because they had reimbursed me the money when it had come through. So yeah, it was a long rigmarole. So I eventually got them. So that I was hoping to do it. The plan was to do the actual project this weekend and film it, but unfortunately, I have to go do real life things. Um, so I won't be doing it this week. Uh, but I will be. There will be videos up this weekend. The videos, if I had filmed it anyway, it wouldn't have been up this weekend. It would have been up next weekend. Yeah, because I film a week in advance. I am a small bit organized when it comes to certain things. So yeah, so that's what the plan was. So now, what we're waiting to do is we are um, hoping that I will have this up by next week. So I'll try and get some time during the week because I will have a few days off during the week now um, to do a film, do a video on it, and at least to get the first part or the second, get one or two parts of it done because it's not going to be a, a one shot deal really. I will need to paint it, sand it. Well, sorry, it needs to be sanded first of all. Now, I did take the shell out of the helmet that this is going to be part of. Sorry, I'm just threading this while I'm here because otherwise I don't want the string to get lost. But I did look at the shell. I did take off the liner of the old helmet because obviously we're doing a bit of research on it to try and figure out what date the actual shell was. The shell is looking like it's definitely a First World War shell that was repurposed during the Second World War um, with a Second World War liner. Um, so that part is good. There's the string in again. So that's fine. We're all happy with that. But it's pitted. It is pitted. Now the next part of the thing that came in the post is a First World War liner for a Brodie helmet. So I'm not too worried about pitting. But if the pitting is bad, I will probably need to get car body filler or something and put that on it, sand it, smooth it, and see what happens. So yeah, so it's not going to be all one video. It'll probably be a 2 day or a 3 day. For you, it'll be a 2 day video. It'll be a part one and a part two. But for me, it's going to be a couple of days working it, which I don't mind. I've done it before. I did it with the East German helmet, and I did it with an M1. So yeah, so I don't mind doing it that way. But that's what's coming up in the future, and I need to. There's lots of research and videos out there on how to recondition and restore M1s and other helmets. Um, but when it comes to putting a First World War liner into a British Brodie helmet, it's bloody impossible. Now, I did see ones that this is super glued to the helmet, and then this goes on the outside, like this. So if any of you have a First World War helmet and can tell me if that's how that goes with the rivet through it, please let me know. Because some guys are saying you do it that way, other guys are saying no, the pad goes on the inside of the liner. So I'm not quite sure myself what way it's supposed to go. So I need to do a bit more research. Um, that way would make more sense when you think about how the Second World War ones were. But their pads was on the inside. But their pad was rubber. Can't remember. If any of you have any ideas, let me know in the comment section below. So, why are you messaging me, people? Sorry. A Russian is crossing into Ukraine, hands his passport to the customs office. Customs officer asks name, replies, officer continued occupation. Russian replies, no, not yet. It's a bit soon for those type of jokes. But yeah, it is a good joke. Yeah, so that's what arrived in this week's haul. As I said, it was a while. I was waiting for it for a while. I was waiting for it for a while. Long and the short of it was just rigmarole after rigmarole after rigmarole after rigmarole. So they're finally here now. I actually, one thing I forgot to say is it does come with like its little rivets and stuff. I did see where you do need to take a small bit off the rivet, the brass rivet, because it is a bit too long. So you need to cut like a tiny bit off it and then whack it with a hammer. And then this other one is for a it's for the chin strap, because the chin strap is literally just held by a piece of plastic. So when you have it on, you need to rope this through the loops that are on the helmet to stop it from swiveling. Now I will need to salvage the loops off of the helmet strap that is on it, the World War II helmet strap that is on it, because if I take them off, there will be no loops and then we're buggered. So I will need to do that. No, I'm not too worried about that, taking that strap apart, because it is decayed and decayed and corroded enough that it's not repairable. And it's gone beyond show relic condition, so I'm not too worried about the liner was completely rotten in it, so I'm not too worried about actually reconditioning it and repurposing it. And by the looks of it, we're actually putting it back to its original condition, being a First World War one. So good things come to those who wait. So yeah, so that's me waffle there for about 10 minutes. Does anyone want to ask me a question or chat about anything? Please not. Please not the current political system in the world at the minute, because that's crazy enough. Actually, Jim, one political thing. Where do babies come from? Ask your mother, Jake. What was I going to say? Jim, how is things in Poland? Because you're fairly close to all the nuttiness. Favorite piece of kit I have. Favorite piece of kit. Oh, good question. My favorite piece of kit. Let's think about that one. Petrol prices. Petrol prices in Ireland are bloody nuts. It's nearly not far off of €2 a litre for diesel, and it's 1.79 or something like that. €1.79 for a litre of petrol. And I've never ever seen diesel more expensive than petrol, but it is. It's 1.88 for a litre of diesel, and it's 1.79 for petrol, I believe. What is my favorite piece of kit? Weapon wise, or not weapon wise, but item wise, for my collection, pointy things that can go poo poo, would be my SLRs. They'd be my favorite. I don't know, my brain as well. I do like my brain. To be a toss up between my brain and my SLRs. But as a uniform piece of kit, I suppose it would have to be my RUC mannequin, because there's stuff on him that is absolutely rare and hard to get, like his body armor, even his belt, and his radio. His radio is an original radio, and that is bloody hard to get. But he would be my favorite is a hard word, but he'd definitely be up there high in my favorite to get or favorite to have, because some of the stuff on him is so hard to get. But in relation to rare items, I have would be his body armor. Anyway, is definitely rare. My SAS, Australian SAS or beret is rare because it is original, because it was handed to me by an SAS man, and I know he was an SAS man. That would be rare as well, I suppose, too. Well, I suppose they're not rare, but they are rare, but that would be a nice thing that I have in my collection as well. I have a favorite thing from different periods. The Vietnam one would be my M1 original Vietnam helmet. Banner would be the RUC man. World War II would be my Royal Ulster Rifles caps, because I have I have two. I've only seen them twice, and I've only seen the General Service cap once. I have a General Service cap with an original cap badge, and I have a General Service field cap or flat cap or whatever they're called, with an original cap badge. So they're probably my favorite World War II things, because to have two originals from the same regiment would be hard. And I would love to get the rifle green one, because NCOs, corporals and above, had a rifle green one, and enlisted had just the regular one. And if I could get a 1st Battalion beret with the original cap badge with the green behind it, because they were airborne, glider airborne, at the end of the war. And the thing about the Royal Ulster Rifles is they're the only unit that had both regular battalions involved in D-Day. The 1st Battalion was glider-borne, and the 2nd Battalion was involved in the 2nd wave of D-Day. I'm not 100% sure. It could be the 2nd or the 3rd wave. Where are we gone? Sorry there. Good one. Where maybe some from what's a fair pitch kit as Asylum. Oh, salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Petrol prices in Era are nuts. Very bad. But my mother was born a man. Oh, shake. Jesus Christ. Go identify as a toaster somewhere, will you? It's all naughty here in Poland. It's all naughty here in Poland. We've had a lot of American soldiers that look mean when they want to. Oh, okay. She's a dude playing a dude. Keep the braid, my friends. The police doesn't know what a mistake is. I do not believe in war crimes. When you're in war, you're in war. That's a very bold statement. Yes, things happen in war, but there are definitely war crimes. Civilians, I'm not getting political, but civilians, non-combatants and stuff like that should be protected, and they do need to be protected. And that's where you can have war crimes. To a certain degree, soldiers know what they sign up for, and they know what can happen. But yes, I won't say that there is no such thing as war crimes, or you don't believe in war crimes, because I do think there is. Oh my god, I have an SASR Beretta in my collection. Very cool. Have you the metal badge or the cloth badge? Because mine was the metal badge. Because the way I was told by him to tell the difference between a British SAS beret and an Australian SAS or beret is the Australian SAS or wear the metal cap edge, whereas most of the SAS wear the cloth cap edge. I don't know how true that is, but that's what he told me. And I think there's a slight difference as well in the actual cap edge. The sword in the SAS R1 is gold, whereas in the other one I think it's just silver. I'm not sure. Where are we going? Brain guns are an awesome piece of kit. Honestly, I don't think I've had mine out of the transit case for over a year. Still a nice piece of history though. Yeah, exactly. What do the insides of the RUC beret look like? Some of them are silk. Some of them have silk lining, and the other ones have the actual silk cut out. Yeah. No, I mean SAS, Rhodesian Jim. Yours is Rhodesian? No, SASR is how the Australians call their regiment. Where we going? Still understand. My dad was a brain gunner in the KRRC in the 1950s. Most people bashing Russia today did not know they defended Germany in the Second World War. If it was not for the Russians, we would be speaking German also. They lost the most lives. Yes, you are correct. The Russians were involved in fighting Germany during the Second World War, and they did lose the most amount of lives. And as I said, I'm not getting political here, and we won't be getting political here. I thought D-Day was your honeymoon. Kenny, where have we gone? Kenny Rebel, Australian, and the Rhodesians war kit is so rare. Yeah, it is. Top drawer, Mr. Timber. I remember you said that. She's identifying a stack helicopter. Well, keep it to the collection, lads. No need to wander from the. No need to eat from the beaten track. Exactly. Good man, Kenny. Keep him back in line. Pathfinder Squadron. Pathfinder Squadron. I do actually have a Pathfinder's beret. How you can tell the Paris Pathfinder berets is their actual cap edge is black. They sort of kept it as a tradition to tell themselves apart. So there you go. My father had a sniper rifle. My friend had a sniper rifle in his loft from his grandfather used in World War II. That's cool. That is very cool. I was reading an article in the paper here not so long ago, whereas they were repairing an old cottage that had been derelict for years, and they found in the rafters, they found a Lewis gun, 2 Webley revolvers, a 1911, and 2 SMLEs that they believed were there from the War of Independence, or the Civil War, or some bloody war, but they were there in the rafters anyway. Rhodesian Special Air Forces, C Squadron, Special Air Service, Regiment Milan, Emergency, C Squadron, Rhodesian Special Air Service. I'm not sure what that it's in relation to, Kenny, but thanks. Pathfinders, isn't that the RAF regiment? No, Pathfinders is a platoon in the Para regiment, the Pathfinder platoon, and they're a recce element, and they're classified as an elite of the Para regiment. And the Paras classify themselves as an elite anyway. So these are the elite of the elite, and how they identify themselves is they wear their wings, their cap badge is black rather than the silver one that other Paras wear, and that's just a little kink, I suppose, that they have that they can tell each other apart. I was aiming to get out the window, and I was still in school. He went mental. I obviously would not do it today. Yeah, I mean, sticking a rifle out the window and pointing it, especially in today's, day and age, like sticking a rifle out the window would probably get you killed. Cause I think my UDR beret is fake. Joshua, is it? Joshua, if you send me on the bottom of my videos, you will see an email. Send me pictures of it to that email, and I could probably tell you more whether it is or it isn't fake or real. With UDR and modern stuff, a lot of that stuff was private purchased as well. They would private purchase extra berets and things like that, especially cap badges and stuff like that. You could buy them in the NAFIs. So just because it's not 100% real, or it doesn't make it 100% real, if you get me. You'd have to see how it was shaped. You'd have to see had it been used. So there are ways, even if it's not, shall we say, manufacturer specific, there are ways of telling it whether it was used. No, I'm not saying that it's not fake, because UDR stuff and stuff like that, as I said, can be privately purchased, bought. You do see a lot of that with regiments. They would keep, especially British regiments, they would keep one item for good wear, and then they're issued one they would keep for good wear, and they would private purchase a work address type one and stuff like that. For some regiments, you do see that. So yeah, so send me pictures on that email, and I'll tell you if it's. I'll have a look at a few, and I'll tell you. Might be able to give you a bit more information. A lot of soldiers cut their beret liners. Yeah, a lot did. I did. I used to cut my liners out. So just because there's no liner in it doesn't mean it's fake, or doesn't mean it's not real, I suppose. Always handy when you buy a shaped beret. Yeah, but it depends, because an awful lot of them, an awful lot of guys, I've seen them sell them on eBay as shaped berets, and they're shaped the American style, and it's sort of a little giveaway. So if you buy a rifles beret, or if you see a rifles beret, excuse me. Now, the rifles have a very particular way how they shape their berets, right? So that is a rifles beret shaped, right? It's a Royal Green Jackets beret shaped. No, right. So, 1st Battalion would wear the cap badge there, right? 2nd Battalion would wear their cap badge there, right? And the 3rd Battalion, when they were around and they were a regular army unit, would nearly wear a cap badge there. So that is a way to tell even between the regiments, or between the battalions, right? Now, so this is a 2nd Battalion one, because I know it's a 2nd Battalion one, because the guy that gave it to me was 2nd Battalion. Now, as I said, so this has been, it keeps its shape no matter, even if you take it off the head, because it has been used and abused and everything for fucking years, right? And you literally can just fit it back on your head, and away you go, right? So that is a way to tell whether it by the shape. So that is a British shape, right? So what I mean by the American shape of berets, if I had one here handy, I should have one of my berets here somewhere. I don't. Oh no, where are my berets? I'm up in the box. But I've got a beret here that I can show you if I can. Alright, so this is a German beret, right? But how you can tell an American shape on a beret is they have this big loop like that, right? So when you see berets shaped like that and they're being sold as English berets, no British regiment shapes their berets like that. This is a German beret. How the Germans wear their berets is like that. So as you can see, this has been shaped by a German. So there you go. Now, I'm not going to go into, this is a big crown beret. I have my Paris one. I thought I had my Paris one nearby, but I don't. You can, there's different crowns, as in different size berets. You have a small crown and a big crown. So yeah, so now I'll just get through these questions and then we will bugger off. Where have we gone? A lot of soldiers cut out their. Yes, they did. Always handy when you buy a shape beret. Yeah, that was the one I answered. I've got to go. Thanks for your time. No problem. Thank you very much. This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for firing, and this is for fun. Pie finders. Polish paras wear their rank on their berets too. Yes, that is correct. Some units do that. That goes back to the Second World War, I think, or before that. That's what I call large leads in airsoft fields. Polish berets. Genster demolition specialist. My DDR Gosford setup will be 90% complete this weekend, and unusually for me, it's all genuine stuff apart from the Denex PPSH 41 and maybe the binoculars. Look, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. Pie finders, or if they were wearing special tactical stuff, meal team 6. Okay, thanks. The seller claims it was private purchased, but it has someone's email on the inside. If there's someone's email on the inside, it's not original because the UDR was disbanded before emails were around the place. It might have his name and number, but email, I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. Steelhammer Stan, awesome. Jim Timber, it's an Ivan. It's Jim Timber 2. It's on Ivan the Mannequin. I don't think he's too pleased. Royal Green Jackets from the King's Rifle Corps. Steelhammer Stan, I'm finally getting round to editing videos. Good, Jack, because you need to get some up. The lads here want to see some videos of you. Where have we gone? How is the Irish bread shaped? Just want to make sure mine is done right. It depends. When I went in 1998, you had some guys that wore the English style shaped berets, but then after that, I suppose it crept in around 99, 2000. Everybody has the American shaped beret now. Everybody and his dog has the American shaped beret. So prior to 1998, you will see both up until the early 90s, and then you will see only the British style of shaping the beret. After the 90s, it's up until about 2000, it's mixed. You see both, and after 2000, it's all American style. I hope that helps. The para beret probably drifted away, yeah, or it's gone jumping out of planes or something. Don't even know where it is. I've got an editing app now, so my channel will be professional, researched 100%, done its casual drinkiness. No, Stan, don't change how things are. That looks fine. I like the way your videos are done. I was thinking maybe for the RIR or maybe the Veterans Club. Possibly. You could be right. If it was Royal Irish Regiment, though, it would be a carbine with a Glengarry, or a carbine with a hackle, green hackle. Royal Irish Regiment, Royal Irish Rangers wear them. And possibly on their working dress. I know they wear regular rifle berets I'm not sure if they wear a hackle. I know some of them do, some of them don't. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. Chin Chin, Kenny, hello, how are you? I'm watching for the chins. I only watch for the chins. Stand, better than spam. I cheers, mine is the American style. I think it's 77 data. Yeah, they can. You do see them American style at that stage. Thanks, bro. Have a good one. No problem, guys. So I will clock off. We're gone over time. I normally only give about an hour. But have a good one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the live. We will be back. Hang on a second now. Sorry, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, we will have live stream next Friday again at 8 o'clock. Jake, give me a bell later on. Not tonight, tomorrow. Actually, yeah, you can tonight. Give me a bell and we'll try and arrange a live stream or a time for a live stream, but it definitely won't be tomorrow. So, guys, have a good one. Take care, and I will see you all next week. Stay safe.